Tonight, Geneva surprises. The lake becomes a stage for an incredible show. Water jets dance like a troupe of dancers, glowing in colors that shift with every note. Over this breathtaking spectacle, a powerful vocal soloist performs Nessun Dorma. The world seems to pause, captivated by this rare moment of magic. Geneva in spring is a whole mood. I'm starting this walk in the old town, and the first thing I see is wisteria everywhere. There is something so unexpected about this wild color against these old grey buildings, and it always stops me in my tracks. And then I turn a corner, and there it is. A massive cherry tree in full bloom, like a pink cloud floating above the ground. It stands right on Promenade du Pont, Champel. Petals fly through the air like confetti. Welcome to Champel, one of Geneva's most prestigious and refined neighborhoods. I used to live here, in an apartment with large windows that filled the room with golden morning light. From those windows, I could see elegant French-style buildings, their light facades, tall shutters, and graceful balconies, and beyond them, the Alps. The architecture here reflects early 20th century French influence. Champel isn't a tourist spot. That's exactly what makes it magical. Every spring, wisteria blooms across the neighborhood. It climbs the walls and spills over balconies in soft waves of violet and lilac. There is no announcement, no ceremony. It just arrives quietly, like a secret only locals know. Soft mornings, quiet elegance, and a beauty that doesn't ask to be noticed. This is the rhythm of Champel. We left the calm of Champel, strolled through Parc des Bastions, and made our way back to the old town, to Bourg de Four, for a peaceful coffee break.
It was just two lovers, sitting in the gal, listening to blonde, falling for each other. Pink and orange sky, feeling super traditional, down the clever. Biscuit from my mother, a queer at the night, got no all about it, I was all alone. With the love of my life. She's got glitter for skin, my radiant beaming the night. I don't need no light to see you shine. It's true.
A quick stop for a bit of shopping. Come along.
Love me like a brother, treat you like a friend, respect you like a lover. Oh, 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 oh.
Could bet that, never gotta sweat that. Could bet that, never gotta sweat that. Could bet that, never gotta sweat that.
So, which one do you think I chose?
Cash, I'll be the rubber band, you be the match, I will be a fuse. Boom, painter, baby, you could be the muse. I'm the reporter, baby, you could be the news, cause you're the cigarette.
Sitting here alone, waiting by the phone again. I'm incomplete. I think I need you. When you're here with me, I feel like I'm whole again. So never leave, 'cause I think I need you. Got me inside out.
We are trying the Van Cleef and Arpels ice cream. The presentation is incredible.
Yeah, this feeling got me inside out. Stay a little longer. Don't think I can live without you now. We can get a little higher. It's got me.
They carefully place a tiny edible flower on top with tweezers, like adding the final touch to a jewel. Just like their pieces, it's pure craftsmanship.
Stay a little while. Stay a little while. This feeling's stay a little while. 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 Like a drug, I can't keep away. You're all I see. Think I'm addicted. Paradise in my head. It's ecstasy. To why you did it. So stay a little longer. Don't think I can live without you now. We'll get a little higher. Yeah, this feeling got me inside out.
And now, an evening walk by the lake. The moon is absolutely breathtaking tonight.
Stay a little while. Stay a little while. This feeling. Stay a little while. It's got me inside. It's got me inside out. Stay a little while. Stay a little while. Stay a little while. Stay a little.
On our way home, we stopped by Rue de l'Hôtel de Ville, Geneva's old town, where several historic cannons stand. These cannons come from the city's old arsenal, once used to defend Geneva in the 19th century. Now, they quietly remind us of the city's fortified past. Good night, and see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Easter, a day full of hope and renewal. We are gathering the basket to be blessed for Easter. This is the Russian Orthodox Church in Geneva, a golden dome gem on Rue Rudolph Topfer. You can see its domes shining from across the lake. It's just a short walk from my home in the old town near St. Pierre Cathedral. Today I came in the morning to bless my Easter basket with Pascha and painted eggs. In previous years, we used to come at night. The church and the courtyard were full of people. It feels quieter now, but just as warm. People arrive with their baskets, children run around, someone lights a candle, and that feeling of peace, tradition, and shared joy stays the same. After celebrating Easter at home, With good company, with food, wine, and conversations, we go for a walk. We pass through Parc Lagrange, then Parc des Avives, and follow the lake. Spring in Geneva is gentle and full of light. The cherry trees are in bloom, soft pink, almost unreal. It's calm and beautiful. A quiet walk under the sakura with friends feels just right after the celebration. By the way, just a quick note. The lake is actually called Lake Léman, not Lake Geneva. A lot of people get that wrong, but Léman also belongs to Montreal, Lausanne, Vevey, and other places along the lake. Look at how clear and transparent the water in the lake always is. Every day the scene is painted differently. The lake always shows incredible landscapes, never the same twice. I'm inside the Grand Théâtre de Genève, Geneva's main opera house and one of the most beautiful theaters in Europe. Today, I'm attending an open rehearsal, a rare glimpse into the creative process. This theater holds a special place in my life. I used to work here as a ballet dancer. Coming back brings back vivid memories, early morning classes, long rehearsals, the quiet intensity before stepping onto the stage. Filming is not allowed, but I really wanted to share at least a little with you to give you a sense of the cosmic atmosphere in the new ballet production Mirage through the music. This theater has always been a space where bold ideas take shape. The company here is internationally recognized for its groundbreaking contemporary dance work. While classical ballet is not the core of its public repertoire, we train in classical technique every day. It's the foundation, a discipline that shapes even the most avant-garde choreography. That's all for now, but we'll come back to the theater later in this vlog for the premiere of Mirage. I'll share more then about the performance and yes, about this magnificent building too. Let's take a little walk through Geneva now. We'll head to Rue du Rhône, the city's main shopping street, known for its elegance and luxury boutiques, and stop for a cup of cappuccino along the way. A new day in Geneva, and it starts on Rue de l'Hôtel de Ville, where a brand new shop just opened today. Let's take a look inside. Oh, it's a souvenir store. Well, that makes sense. This is the most touristy street in the old town. But the entrance is quite elegant, wood paneled, just like the galleries along the street. It almost feels more like an art space than a gift shop. Maybe a little too refined for souvenirs. I'm not sure, but it's definitely charming. Look at this stunning blue hydrangea, so vivid, full and lush. The fountain has crystal clear drinkable water. And today I happen to be dressed in the same vibrant tones. Such lovely weather. La Réserve. Maybe we'll take a ride sometime. We are sailing across the lake to the opposite shore. In the past we used to take the M2 route, but this time we are heading in a new direction, the M3. Our destination is a Restaurant de la Plage, a hidden gem nestled right on the water's edge. And there it is, the view from the water. We've arrived. There's something about sitting by the water, watching the sailboats drift by, with mountains in the distance and sunlight dancing on the waves. It feels like life is unfolding in slow motion. The sunset isn't just red, it's unreal. Fiery skies melt into the lake, turning the water shades of crimson, copper, and gold. The Alps rise like lace on the horizon. And to close this vlog, we are attending the premiere of Mirage at the Grand Théâtre de Genève, one of Geneva's most iconic cultural landmarks. From the facade to the foyer, it exudes quiet grandeur. Inside, the main foyer welcomes you with mirrors, marble, and gilded details, a nod to Versailles. It feels like stepping into a palace of the arts. Before the show and during intermission, this golden foyer becomes a stage of its own. Guests sip champagne beneath grand chandeliers, surrounded by gold leaf, expansive mirrors, and sculpted female figures that rise like living columns. The space glows with light and anticipation, a celebration of elegance before the curtain even rises. It's time to take our seats. From the balcony, you overlook Place du Neuf, Parc des Bastions, Conservatoire de Genève, and the statue of General Dufour. You can step out into the balconies and enjoy the views of Geneva, a quiet moment between the city and the stage. We are seated perfectly as always. The auditorium was rebuilt after a fire in the 1950s and it's now beautifully modern. Its elliptical shape ensures a clear view from every seat. But it's the ceiling that truly leaves a mark. 252 silver and gold aluminum panels embedded with over 1,000 Murano glass crystals, shimmering like a glowing full moon. Now, let's talk about the performance. Mirage, Damien Jallet et Koe Nawa, a choreography of illusions. Mirage is the latest collaboration between choreographer Damien Jallet and Japanese visual artist Koe Nawa, continuing their decade-long exploration of transformation and illusion. Inspired by optical phenomena like mirages, the performance flows like a hallucination. Bodies shimmer, dissolve, and reform, crossing invisible thresholds of light and memory. This performance invites you to feel deeply, like standing at the edge of something vast, where the horizon blurs and the body becomes part of the illusion. Out of this world, truly cosmic. Bravo! Mirage invites you into a shifting landscape where meaning flickers and perception changes. Every seat was taken, and the energy was electric. I'm still under the spell of Mirage. An extraordinary performance. I felt as if I had left Earth. As if I were in space on another planet, or in a parallel world where the body dissolves into light and sound. The music was otherworldly. It didn't just accompany the movement, it was the movement. Rarely does a performance touch so deeply and so viscerally. Damien Jallet and Kohei Nawa have created something beyond dance, a vision and trance, a cosmic experience. In this vlog, I've shared this cosmic journey with you. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the like button. It really means a lot. See you next time!